Good morning, it's Friday and I'm Kathleen Booth and this is another TGIF Friday video blog. Wanted to share with you today some thoughts about webinars. Webinars are a great content marketer tool. They are fantastic for both the top and the middle of the funnel. And what I'm referring to there is top of the funnel. They're great for attracting people who really don't know who you are as a business to your website and getting them to convert and become leads. But they're also great at the middle of the funnel because even if you have somebody who's familiar with your company, but maybe they want to learn a little bit more about what you do and establish whether you're really a thought leader and determine whether they're able to trust you as a potential provider of goods and services, they're great for that. And the reason is that webinars are a wonderful format for educational topics, so for teaching, answering questions, solving problems. But what really makes a webinar powerful is that you're actually hearing somebody's voice. And while I clearly love video as a format, not everybody wants to appear on video, and video doesn't always lend itself really well, this type of video at least, where you see the person, to teaching, because I can't show slides. And I guess I could intersperse them with my face, but that's not the format for this. Whereas a webinar is another type of video where you can still hear the person's voice, get a sense for their personality, and hopefully make a connection on a personal level. But you can also see the slides, the educational materials. The webinar host or the presenter can use visuals to make their point. It's just sometimes easier to digest information when you can really see that writing or those images on the screen. So webinars are great tools for nurturing people down the sales funnel. They're fantastic lead generators. One of the reasons I like them so much is that they're also a great way to get really rapid results when you first start pursuing an inbound marketing strategy. So I get this question all the time: how long does it take to get results with inbound marketing? And I've even done another video blog on this. And the truth is, if you're just looking for organic search to kind of give you some traction, it can take a couple months, 3 to 6 months. And that's really how long it takes for you to get enough content on your site for search engines to find you and for you to rank higher. So the value in webinars is that you could start doing inbound marketing and stand up a webinar offer within the first week. You don't even have to have your deck ready. You just need a topic. So let's say I decide to start doing inbound marketing and my top priority is immediately generating leads so that I can demonstrate the value of this strategy to my boss or my supervisor or the company's management. My honest advice to you, if that's the situation you're in, is come up with a webinar topic, put a call to action up on your website, do a big email blast to promote your webinar, promote it on social media. LinkedIn groups are a great place to promote webinars. And then once you've got the promotion out there and you're starting to get people registered, focus on developing the deck. Usually we would start promoting a webinar 3 to 4 weeks in advance, so that gives you plenty of time to put your materials together, get your deck done, practice, do a dry run, whatever you need to do in order to be prepared for that webinar. You can then also continue to promote it in those next few weeks. I like to send something out once a week, and then in the last week maybe do 2 reminders. The point is, though, this is something that you can put out really quickly. You just need an email saying, we're going to be having a webinar on this day, here's what it's going to be about, click here to register. And you have a form, you get people registered, etc. So they're such fantastic tools for inbound marketing rapid results. You could potentially begin to generate leads in the first 2 weeks of starting your inbound marketing strategy if you use this tactic of promoting a webinar. And then, of course, you get people to attend your webinar. Hopefully your presentation is good and really educational and contains helpful and useful information. You then have an entirely other opportunity after the webinar for follow-up nurturing. All these people have attended, or maybe they weren't able to attend. I'm a big advocate for recording your webinar and posting that recorded webinar on your website so that people can download it on demand. And anybody who participates in any way, shape, or form should then be enrolled in a follow-on nurturing workflow where you thank them for coming, You send them the link to the on-demand version of the webinar if they want to watch it again. Maybe you allow them to download the slides so that they can have them for their records. And then possibly some links to additional blogs that you've written on related topics that might be helpful as follow-ons to the webinar. And ultimately, maybe even another conversion offer. Maybe a case study for how you've taken what you talked about in the webinar and used it with a customer and gotten great results. There's a lot of ways you can structure those nurturing sequences, but the point is to follow up on that webinar, because those are great leads. Webinar leads tend to convert at a higher rate than other types of leads. So that's my tip for today. If you're not doing webinars, with most of our clients, we tend to advise that they do them once a month. They're great, particularly for B2B businesses, and they're just a fantastic way to make a personal connection between your subject matter experts and your audience. Last tip I have for you is you don't just have to use your own subject matter experts for your webinars. You can invite guests in, and that's a really powerful way to expand your audience, because when your guest has an incentive to promote the webinar, that really doubles down on the number of people that you're able to reach. So if you're not doing webinars, think about getting started. Remember, you can get started really quickly, 1 to 2 weeks. Promote the heck out of it and see what results you get in terms of lead generation. That's what I've got for you today. We're making these Friday video blogs a little shorter so that you can get in, get out, get what you need, and go on with your day. Looking forward to having you join me again next Friday for another topic. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.